Larry tried to kill me.
Yeah. I was so thoroughly disgusted.
I mean, think about it. Why does it make you special to do what you do?
Packers jumping around. They rush four. Plenty of time for John. Now squeezes, steps up in the pocket. Elliott can run. Inside the 10. Head first. He dives off the 5-yard line. My goodness.
Rushing forward, ball comes out of the hands of Newton. It's on the ground, and it's still on the ground. Picked up by T.J. Ward at the 4-yard line.
There's also Brian Clady and Bob Miller. Third and long 3. Going deep. Oh, and he's got Thomas. Goodbye. Touchdown. Here we go. First snap of the overtime. The Broncos have been in 3 overtime games this year. They won them all. Got him at the 40. It's Thomas at the 50. Stiff arm got him 3 to the 30. To the 20. Thomas to the 10. Denver's going on to New England. They win it on the first play of overtime.
Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown on the MHRT Network. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, the truth, and, of course, my comments. I am your host, Bronco Bill. All right, guys, before I get into it, just want to wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day. I know that this color's not green, but I'm not wearing a Jets. I'll get into the whole Jet thing down the road. I'm not wearing a Jets jersey. I'm not going to wear the green, not when I'm doing this show. So, guys, welcome. If you're out and about, please be safe. Do the right thing, and I know you guys do, and I know you guys will. Anyway, just happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there, and thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Avatar, always in the house, always the first one up. Thanks again for your support. Thanks again for being in the chat. And he says, what's up, Broncos country and Avalanche fanatics? Absolutely. Okay, let's move on. Or let's start, I should say. Let's start out with the Broncos cuts. Now, a couple of these bother me for various reasons, and I'll get into that. Let's start with running back, Chase Edmonds. Okay, I understand they're doing it for salary cap, and that's all well and good. And, of course, that's what they probably need to do because they don't have a draft pick until the 3rd round. So they definitely have to do what they can to, possibly move up in the draft because of financial cap space, or they can trade players or whatever. But anyway, let me move on. So running back Chase Edmonds saves the Broncos $5.9 million. Offensive lineman Graham Glasgow saves the Broncos $11 million. Cornerback Ronald Darby saves the Broncos $12.7 million. Here's the one that really bothers me, and I'll get into that as well with my next topic. Running back Latavius Murray was not re-signed. Now, I know he only signed a 1-year contract, but so what? They could have given him another 1 year. Why not? I mean, you cut, or not you personally, but Chase Edmonds was cut by the Denver Broncos to save $5.9 million. That's the least amount of money of the 3 that saved the Broncos money. Glasgow 11 and Darby 12.7. $5.9 million is not even, it's barely half of Graham Glasgow. Why would you not keep a Chase Edmonds? I mean, I'm just saying, why would you not? I know he wasn't the feature back. Latavius Murray was, because we had not Murray. We had Williams injured, and so we picked up Murray to fill that void. Why would you not bring Murray back? I don't get it. Murray was a workhorse last year. He worked his tail end off for the Broncos, and you're just going to let him walk after 1 year? Well, maybe the Broncos brass, so to speak, is wanting to see if he clears not waivers per se, but clears being picked up by somebody else, and therefore the Broncos could get him at a cheaper price. I don't know. I just don't like that chess game. I don't like that gambling situation. I'm not a gambler myself. I don't go to casinos. Well, I do with my wife because she likes to, but I don't really gamble. I just kind of walk around and watch people and listen to music and do, that kind of thing. I just don't like the fact that people take a chance, especially the Denver Broncos. Take a chance the guy's going to be available after all the other 31 teams take a look at him and don't sign him, and Denver's banking on that. I wouldn't bank on that. Absolutely wouldn't bank on that. And I don't even like the fact that they let him go, period. Because I'm going to get into this. Sean Payton wants to run freaking ball. That's what he wants to do. And that bothers me. Because if you start focusing 90% on your run game and you do not pay attention to the passing game, and it's not 50-50 or 55-45 or even 60-40 in favor of running, I'm okay with that. Anything more off center of a balanced team is not going to work. It's not going to work. I mean, we can't go back to the 1940s of the Chicago Bears and Detroit Lions. All they do is run the stupid ball because they didn't really pass anything. No, you don't want to go backwards. You go backwards. Teams are going to figure it out. They're going to start stacking 8-9 people in the box, and then you're not going to be able to run it. And then what? And I'll get into this. I mean, this is going to be an explosive show today, guys. Explosive show, because I'm frustrated in the direction this is going. I thought for sure with Sean Payton coming in, we would see a more Broncos offense and team like we saw in the 2015 Super Bowl run with Peyton Manning. And the reason why I say that is because Peyton Manning did not need to win the games. All he had to do was manage them. And he did that quite well. But the Broncos also had a passing game because Gary Kubiak was was a head coach. And he provided and orchestrated game plans that featured the strengths of Peyton Manning. Well, we ran the ball, sure. And I know people are going to go back, and I've already heard it already. In the Super Bowl 32, the Broncos beat the Packers. They ran the heck out of the ball with Terrell Davis. Okay, Terrell Davis is a lot different than a Latavius Murray or a Chase Edmonds. Terrell Davis was special. He really, really was special. 2,000-yard rusher, all of that. Yeah, yes. But what happened in Super Bowl 33? The Falcons were hell-bent on not allowing Terrell Davis to run for 175 yards like he did against Green Bay in the Super Bowl before. So what did they do? They shut the run down. But because the Broncos were more like 50-50, John Elway was able to pick the defense of the Falcons apart because they were expecting Terrell Davis to run. Terrell Davis was a decoy because they had the passing game. My fear is this, and I'm going to get into this, guys. I'm going to really get into it, but I'm setting the stage for what this whole show's about. And it's about the fact, in my opinion, the Broncos are not going to be 50-50 or 55-45 with passing and running. They're just not going to be. And here's the reason why. Let me get into this, all right? Let me move on from that. Let me get into it. Here's the signings, okay? Here's the signings that the Broncos have made over this past week when free agency kicked off. Here it is. The Denver Broncos have opened up their wallets this free agency and have signed the following players. Quarterback. This is interesting. Quarterback, Jarrett Stidham. 2 years, $10 million with $5 million guaranteed. Now he comes from the Raiders as a backup, so he was the backup quarterback in the Raiders behind Carr. Now he's going to be. Is he going to be competing with Wilson? I don't think so. I saw a snippet that said that he'd be competing with Russell Wilson. I don't think so. Not with Wilson's salary. I move on. Tight end Chris Manhertz. No contract details have been released. Excuse me, guys. Have been released when I was taking down these notes. Tight end. This is a blocking tight end. Blocking for what? Passing? No. If it's a pass, he's going to be in the pattern. This is a blocking tight end for the run game. I move on. Offensive lineman Mike McClinchy, 5 years, $87.5 million with $50 million guaranteed. Okay, he comes with tremendous experience in block running or run blocking. Tremendous experience and very, very solid at run blocking. There's that word again, the 3-letter word, run. Another offensive lineman, Ben Powers, 4 years, $52 million with $28.5 million guaranteed. Why am I bringing all the money value into it? Because they're signing these guys long-term. You know why? Because Sean Payton wants to run the ball. That scares this guy big time. Big time. Because once the defense figures out that all you're going to do is run the ball 80, 85, 90 times or 90% of the time, they're going to put 8 and 9 in the box. And then what? Who's Wilson going to throw it to? Probably going by this script, he's not going to be throwing the ball more than 10 times a game if we have receivers, and I get into that a little bit later. Also, Broncos signed defensive end Zach Allen, 3 years, $45 million with $32.5 guaranteed. That bothers me. And here's the reason why. Broncos let Draymond Jones go. And where did Draymond Jones go? Draymond Jones went to Seattle. And then he turns around and backstabs the Broncos in sorts by saying, well, I'm really excited to be here. You know, it was kind of strange in Denver. Huh? Kind of strange. Well, yeah, we had Hackett last year. Hello? Of course it was strange. But it was not strange with Sean Payton now. And the Broncos let him go. Okay, I understand the Broncos let him go, so he's going to say whatever he wants to say. I just don't like it when players leave a team that they want to stay on, and then they go to another team and they freaking stab them in the back. It's kind of, to me, it's a little bit underhanded. And Draymond Jones, I really liked him. He was a really good player. I just don't like players' attitudes when they walk away and talk about trash to a team that paid them all that money, and then turn around and go, kind of chicken, if you know what I mean. Kind of chicken scratch. All right. Mundungus says, when are we going to talk about Bill's favorite? Oh, no. Here we go. Not my favorite team. Oh, man. But I do have somebody from that team to talk about. I'll see. The Sea Chicken's the same town as the Crackhead. Yep, Seattle. You're right. That's where he went. So, yeah, I'm going to call him a Sea Chicken for sure. All right. Okay, now we're going to go to some more signings that were not on that list with the money figures and things like that. Mike Kliss is reporting that sources confirm the Broncos have reached an agreement with cornerback returner Trevor Smith on a 2-year, $5.5 million contract. That's a good move. That's a really good move because he's a cornerback, so he could be backup obviously, and a punt returner. I can't remember the last time the Broncos had a solid punt returner that wasn't afraid to call a fair catch when they needed to, or did call a fair catch inside the 20-yard line or the 10-yard line and do the right thing. Just you got to have somebody back there that knows what the heck they're doing. So I think that's a good sign. I think that's going to work out well. He's a proven punt returner, so that shouldn't be a problem or an issue at all. So that one I like. Okay. This one, like I said, bothers me. Going back to releasing Latavius Murray, this one bothers me. And here it is. Denver has signed Samaje running back. He's a running back. Samaje Perine to 2 years, $7.5 million with $1 million available in incentives. What? Okay, it's only a $7.5 million. Why didn't you keep Murray? Why in heaven's name did you not keep Murray for a 1-2 punch? You got rid of Chase Edmonds. You don't have is it Brock? Not Brock. Who's there was another guy. Anyways, we didn't sign him, So my whole thing is, why not keep Murray and Perine? Because we don't know what we're getting with Williams. Remember, guys, Devontae Williams is coming off not one ACL tear. No, not just the ACL tear, but an MCL as well. We don't know if it's going to be ready at the beginning of the season, let alone the preseason, let alone halfway through the season. So what in heaven's name are they doing? They're just going to rely on Samaje Perine as their main guy and hope that Williams comes back 100% healthy? Sure, he may come back 100% healthy. Problem is this. He may not be 100% of what he was. He may be 100% as far as being able to run, but at what level? High school level? College level? Pro level? Let's go back to Terrell Davis when he tore just his ACL. And he was never the same. Never the same. I'm not saying that Williams can't come back. Technology's gotten a lot better. The way they do operations now is a lot better. I understand that. But we have not seen, as Broncos country, a player on the Denver Broncos tear an ACL and an MCL. We don't know what this is going to play out. I certainly don't know how it's going to play out. Why not keep Latavius Murray? Again, are they waiting to see if he clears, signing on with another team, and then they want to get him at even a more, quote, hometown discount? I don't know, but to me, that was stupid. They're throwing all this money. I read all that off to you. I read all of the millions guaranteed to these guys. And you can't give Latavius Murray $5 million? $6 million? Come on, man. I mean, I know it's not my money, and I'm not trying to advocate that it is. I'm not saying that they don't know what they're doing. But this guy right here doesn't understand it, doesn't see it. And that frustrates me. It frustrates me because, am I frustrated that we got Perine? No. I'm not frustrated we got him. I'm frustrated because we still don't have Murray. What's the explanation for that? What was the reason that they let him walk? They could have gone to him and say, hey, we want you back, guy. We want you to be a 1-2 punch. Nope. I have very, very strong concerns about the direction this Bronco team's going. Now, I know if they go to the playoffs, they win the division. I know I'm speaking way up here. I'm saying if we make the playoffs and we win a couple of games or something, am I going to be happy the way we played? Well, I'll be happy that we got to where we got. I'm not necessarily going to advocate that I want a 90% running team. Heck no. That, to me, is boring as heck. It's like watching freaking grass grow in my front yard. 2 yards here, 4 yards there, 5 yards, first down. Takes you 90 minutes to go 100 yards. The object of the game is to win. I get that. But I don't want to win games I saw last year, 10-9, 12-9. I don't want to win those kind of games. I don't care if we chew up, 3 quarters worth of time. I don't want to see that kind of game. I want to see a game like 35-31, 35-28. I want to see high-scoring games. That's what football's about. Otherwise, they would have clamped down on the passing game. No, they're opening it wide up. What does Sean Payton do? Let's run the ball. And then you get rid of 2 running backs. Yeah, this guy's frustrated. Absolutely, I'm frustrated. I don't like this direction. I want to go back to the Peyton Manning seasons. He threw the heck out of the ball. You saw it in the intro. He throws that pass against the Raiders to Demaryius Thomas, where he outran he outran two defenders, caught a brilliant pass over his shoulder, touchdown. Oh, but no, let's run the ball 15, 18 times in a series. God, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Yes, Trendon Holiday was a good returner, but obviously we got rid of him too. So, I mean, I really, really did. Madungus, thank you. I really, really did like Trendon Holiday. Absolutely. I love that kid. I thought he had energy. I thought he had spunk. I thought he had, he was a flashy kind of guy. I liked it. I liked him a lot. Perrine, Madungus Cruz says, Perrine, his nickname is Pork Rinds. That's good, man. That's good. Avatar brings up a good point about oh, shoot. I got a bloody nose, guys. This ain't good. What the heck? Sorry, guys. This is a good show. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know where this came from. Okay, I'm gonna try and go through this anyway. Avatar says maybe he wants more than what the Broncos are asking. Yeah, that could be true. That could absolutely be true. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't see Murray asking for more than what Perrine got at 7.5. I really can't. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong, but I don't know. That's a good point, though. That's a really, really good point. And who knows? Well, maybe we'll never know. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, dude. Yeah, I am falling apart. This is crazy. This is not good. I don't want to end this show way, way, way too early, but I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, so I got to move on because I got to keep going. All right. The Broncos also signed a fullback. Another reason for Sean Payton wanting a running game. According to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, the Denver Broncos have signed former Chiefs. Well, that's good. If we can't beat them, might as well take one of their players. Former Chiefs fullback Michael Burton to a 1-year deal. Well, there it is. There's the 1-year deal right there. I was telling you about Latavius Murray. Anyways, Burton reunites with Sean Payton, who he was with in New Orleans. Well, there's another connection. That's one of the reasons they signed him. The other reason is he's a fullback. What do fullbacks do? They block for running backs. Oh, really? Offensive line, blocking tight end, fullback, all spells we're going to run the dang ball. Okay, you need to run the ball. I'm not saying not to. What I'm saying is don't do it 90% of the time, because what eventually other teams are just going to stack the box, and then what? And then you're going to pass to who? I'll get to that. Hang on. I'm getting to that. Broncos also re-signed a key player. I love this guy. Absolutely love this guy. I think this guy came out of nowhere last year. He was a standout. He was stellar. He totally deserves this contract. 3-year contract. Absolutely deserves it. The Denver Broncos have re-signed linebacker Alex Singleton to a 3-year, $18 million with $9 million guaranteed. Congratulations, Singleton. Absolutely congratulations. You deserved it. I mean, between you and Josie Jewell, oh my gosh, that's a good, solid middle linebacker situation right there. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I am so glad they brought him back. If he would have walked, I would have been one ticked off guy. Really. I really, really would. Because this guy, he played his heart and soul out for the Broncos last year in a very pathetic season, only winning 5 games. So, I mean, he could have easily mailed it in. He could say, whatever. Team's not going anywhere. Why should I freaking bust my butt to be the best? And I understand it. It's their resume for other teams should they get cut and stuff like that. But beside the point. He could have mailed it in. He could have just said, you know what? Heck with this. You know, I'll just take my chances somewhere else or whatever. No. This guy, Singleton, amazing player. I wish him all the best. I'm so glad he's back with Denver. So glad he's back with Denver. Awesome. Madungus Creevy says, are you talking about Singleton? He could be a huge red zone presence. If you're talking about Singleton, absolutely. But if you're talking about who else? Pork rinds, Pyrene. He could be a huge red zone presence too. I just don't know which person you're talking about. Okay. Hey, big shout out. Hey, Pablo, welcome to the chat. Welcome in the house. Pablo says, hi, Bill. It's my birthday today. Congratulations, Pablo. Happy birthday. St. Patrick's Day. Hats off. I'll tell you what, I'll drink a Guinness for you after the show. I promise you. I got one in the fridge right over there. I'll drink one for you. How's that? So happy birthday to you. Celebrate safely and be careful out there, man. If you're going out, just be careful, Pablo. But once again, happy birthday, man. Okay, you're talking about the fullback. Okay, you're talking about who did I say that was? You're talking about Burton. Yeah, he could be absolutely a huge presence in the red zone. No doubt about it. And that's when you should run the ball. Why? Because this field is shrunk. If let's say you're at the 10-yard line, you only got 20 yards worth of legal space. The rest is out of bounds because the end zone's only 10 yards deep. So if you're at the 10, you only got 20 yards to work with. Of course you want to run the ball then. That makes common sense. But if you're at the 50-yard line or the 45-yard line going in and it's 3rd and 6, why are you going to run the freaking ball? But see, that's what I don't understand about Sean Payton. I don't know what direction he's going to go. Is he going to try and throw people off running 3rd and 6, running the ball on 3rd and 6? We got to remember, Sean Payton does crazy things. What do you think he did against the Colts in the Super Bowl when he was with the Saints? Onside kick, caught him off guard. Okay, what if that wouldn't have worked? Saints wouldn't have won the game most likely, but it did work. So again, it's back to that gambling thing. You're gambling and putting all your eggs in one basket. Well, the price of eggs today is expensive, but anyways, you're just taking that chance. I don't like doing that. I don't like seeing my team do that. I want to see them do what makes the most sense. Okay? I mean, go back to Seattle against the Patriots. They threw the ball on the 1-yard line. Are you serious? They threw the ball on the 1-yard line and it was intercepted. See? Stupid things like that. You don't do that. You're at the 1-yard line. You got the best running back in the game at the time. Dumb. That's what I'm talking about. I could go on and on with this, but I'm not going to. Okay. Madungus said Denver has been horrible in the red zone. Problem solved. Yeah, we were horrible, but we also had Hackett. And Hackett didn't know how to call a freaking play. If you put it right in front of him and put a big check mark on it and say, use this one, he'd go the other one. The guy had no clue. So I'm not really putting it all on offensive coordinator or on Russell Wilson. I mean, I get what you're saying, Madungus. I absolutely do. I know what you're saying, to run the ball, and we got the fullback, we got the tight end, we can do all that. That's fantastic. I agree. Goes back to what I said earlier about Super Bowl 32 and Terrell Davis. Had the same type of offensive line, same type of fullback scheme. Yes, it worked, but we also threw the ball. We also, went downfield with the ball. Now, I don't know. If we could have Super Bowl 32's type of team in the Broncos team we have now going into 2023, I would take that hands down. Absolutely hands down. I just think that defenses have gotten more improved over the years. I'm just not sure that'll happen. All right. Yeah. Also, you're right with Fangio. Yeah. No kidding. Okay, let's move on. Baron Browning. Per Mike Cliff's Broncos outside linebacker, Baron Browning has been in San Francisco. Uh-oh. No, he's not signing with the 49ers. So I just had to throw it out there like that. Baron Browning has been in San Francisco working with famed trainer Frank, and I know I'm going to butcher his last name, Frank Frank Matz, how's that? Who has also trained Von Miller over the years. Matz is big on running hills and outdoor steps. Browning will be in top shape in 2023 this season. There you go. That's all we want. I mean, that's exactly what I should say. We want a very, very healthy Baron Browning. Absolutely. And if he's going to one of the top-notch trainers that even Von Miller went to, we know how fast and quick and speedy and agile Von Miller was. All you have to do is go back to 2015 season, Super Bowl 50. Then he goes to the Rams and does the same thing there. So, yes, the guy is very, very knowledgeable in how to get these players, these edge rushers, even if it's an edge rusher, outside linebacker, whatever it is, he gets them into top shape. And I'm telling you guys, I've only done a couple, we got a second story house here, and I go up and down the steps as fast as I can just to, keep myself limber and things of that nature. And man, that's grueling. I've done that 2 or 3 times, just up and down, and see how many times I can do it. That's pretty tough. And if you're going to run steps and you're going to run hills, your legs are going to be in tip-top shape. Well, he's a heck of a lot younger than I am, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. If he's going to where Von Miller went and saw, or who Von Miller saw, I should say, oh man, Baron Browning, he could absolutely elevate his game this coming season. So, I'm looking forward to seeing that. With Baron Browning doing this, and then we got Alex Singleton back in the fold. We kept Josie Jewell. I'm excited about this defense. I still got questions about the offense. I sure hope that, those things get corrected. I really do. All right. Oh, boy. This is what I don't like. And I mentioned a little earlier. Per Ian Rappaport, Draymond Jones is signing former Broncos defensive tackle, Seattle is, to 3 years, $51 million, $23.5 million guaranteed. If he had to go somewhere, I'm just glad he's out of the AFC, because I don't want to see him terrorize the Broncos but once every 4 years, because obviously you play the outside divisions in the NFC once every 4 years. So I'm glad we don't get to see him again for a long time. I just don't like the way he, put a stab in the back of the Broncos organization or the team. Now, sure, he may be going on how Hackett ran things, how Hackett did things, how maybe, the defensive, coach, whatever. I don't know. I just don't like it when a player leaves and then talks smack and trash. That to me is childish. Go out there and be thankful. Be thankful they gave you a freaking opportunity. Hello? You're not, you're Draymond Jones, but you're not freaking, the top of the world, maybe in your mind, but be thankful. Be thankful you got the opportunity. Be thankful you were able to play in college to be able to be that good. Why do you have to go out there and talk smack? Why do you got to act like you do? To me, that's just disrespectful. I just don't like it. Go out there with your head held high. Say thanks a lot for the opportunity. Glad, and I'm looking forward to another opportunity. Whether you mean it or not, you got people that look up to you. You got kids that look up to you. Setting the example, okay? Why don't you just set the freaking correct example? These guys will never learn. Absolutely never learn. Okay. I agree, Kamani. Hey, by the way, Kamani, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the house. Glad to have you. Hope everything's going good. Hope you're getting excited about your upcoming marriage, man. Really, really hope that really is something you're looking forward to. That's awesome. You say that Kamani says the whole defense in capital letters should go to San Francisco. Now, I'm assuming you mean to work out with Frank Matz, right? Or are you saying the whole defense should go there because we don't want him? I don't think that's what you're saying. I think you're saying the whole defense should go there to work out, to be better, that kind of thing. I totally agree. I would totally agree. Kamani also says, ouch, that hurt, Jones being gone. Absolutely. I agree. I totally agree. And what I don't understand is, and I'll get to that person that took his spot. If you're going to pay somebody else to come in, why would you not keep Draymond Jones? He had a stellar season last year. A stellar season. I think he had 10 plus quarterback hits, I think, or tackles for loss, something like that. And he had several sacks, and he had quite a few tackles. Why would you not keep a guy like that? I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't keep a person like that. But obviously, he's happy to be in Seattle. So, you know what? I wish him all the best. But the way he went out with, throwing daggers and things at the Bronco organization, I hope he doesn't do well at all. I really don't. Yeah. So you left, so you stabbed him in the back. Well, guess what? Yeah. What comes around goes around. That's it. All right. That's exactly what I said. Come on. I didn't even read your comment in the chat, and I was already going there, man. Man, hopefully he gets hurt soon. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, I did not even read that until right now. That's classic, man. See, come on, you know me way too well, man. Way too well. That's classic, man. That is classic. Let's see. Oh, come on, your birthday was Monday. Oh, nice, man. Awesome. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I hope everything's going well for you. I hope you had a great birthday, and I hope you celebrate it in style and just had a great time. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. All right. Raiders. This one we're going to have to face twice a year, guys. And we haven't beaten the Raiders, what? Did we beat them last year? I thought we beat them one time last year, or did we not? We beat somebody in our division once. Was it the Raiders? I'm not sure. Can't remember. Seems like light years away. Anyways, we're going to have to face this guy twice a year. Here it is. Las Vegas Raiders have signed Jimmy Garoppolo, reunited with Josh McDaniels. That's right. They signed Jimmy Garoppolo to a 3-year, $72.75 million contract, according to NFL insider Ian Rappaport. It includes $34 million guaranteed. So dang near half. Actually, it is half. Absolutely half. No, I take it back. That would be $68 million. No, not quite half. So Jimmy Garoppolo leaves San Francisco, goes to the Raiders, reunites with Josh McDaniels. So does that mean the 49ers are going to have Brock Purdy as their main quarterback? I would say absolutely, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I don't care about the 49ers. I care about Jimmy Garoppolo going to the Raiders. And I know the Raiders stink it up all the time. Well, until they play the Broncos, and then they beat us like everybody else the last 6 years. But the point is this. Jimmy Garoppolo knows Josh McDaniels and vice versa. They're going to click. They're going to click quite well. So the AFC West is not getting any easier, guys. And if the Broncos figure to run the ball, and I'm saying they'll probably run it 65, 70 times a game, which is going to make this guy angry, because I don't believe it works over a 17-game season. Defenses figure it out. Defense will figure out, oh, you're going to run the ball. When I see that formation, you're running the ball. If I don't think you're going to run the ball, you're still going to run the ball. Because that's what Sean Payton does. Yes, Sean Payton did have Drew. I mean, Drew Brees was passing, in New Orleans. I'm not saying they don't do it. What I'm saying is, if he's loading up on a run blocking tight end, 2 offensive linemen that are mainly run blocking linemen, and you sign a fullback and you sign a runner in Perrine, of course you're going to run the freaking ball. Just how much? That's what bothers me. I don't like it. It's one-dimensional. The NFL is way too advanced to be one-dimensional. You can't pass all the time. Like Don Coryell, or what they used to call him in San Diego, Air Coryell, when he was the head coach. Rest in peace, Coryell. But you know what I'm saying? You can't do it. If you introduce something different and the other teams haven't caught on yet, okay, that's one thing. Like the West Coast offense, or passing the ball like back in Don Coryell's days with Dan Fouts and the Chargers. Yeah, you could pass 400 and some odd yards a game all day long. Chargers didn't win that many games. Why? Because they were one freaking dimensional. You can't be that way on that running game either. And that's what I don't like. I know you got to protect Russell Wilson. I'm not saying that. Of course you got to protect him. Having a fullback in there, we'll be able to protect him. A blocking tight end, yes. Offensive line blocking, yes. But how many times? How often are they going to pass? And to what extent? Little dunks, little screen passes, little deacon dunk, little slants coming in. Why not open up the offense? I'm just saying. Now, speaking of running backs, before I go there, Kamani says, is he 100%, meaning Jimmy Garoppolo? I'm not sure. But I'm pretty confident, though, Kamani, that he will be 100% by the time that the season rolls around. Otherwise, I don't think they would have taken that chance. Because who do they have as backup? I mean, Carr's gone. So if Carr's gone and Garoppolo's gone, who do they have? So I would say, I mean, Garoppolo's not gone. I mean, I'm sorry. And Garoppolo comes in, but he's not 100%. I don't know, because I don't know who their backup is. And their backup, actually, I don't know, Kamani, if you heard or if you were listening or not earlier, but their backup went to Denver. Stidham. He went to Denver. So he's got to be 100%. Because if he's not, the Raiders are in bigger trouble than they bargained for. Speaking of running backs, as I was talking about earlier, Austin Eckler, Chargers running back Austin Eckler has requested permission to explore options for a trade, per Tom Pelissero. This was reported last Monday via Austin Eckler's agent. Wow, that is huge. And the reason why I say it's huge is twofold. Austin Eckler is the Chargers' number one running back. He's been phenomenal. That guy is like a scat back. I mean, he cuts, makes these moves. The only reason why this guy's happy is because I can't stand the Chargers. And I would absolutely love Austin Eckler on the Broncos. Are you freaking kidding me? I would love to have Austin Eckler on the Broncos. Absolutely. Get away from the dark side and come to the real good side. Anything away from the Chargers is better. I mean, I just think that guy's phenomenal. That's why I don't like him on the Chargers, because I don't like them and I don't want them to succeed. But when he plays well, that's when they play well. If he wants a trade, here's my thought and question. If he wants a trade, or he wants to explore the option of a trade, why? What doesn't he like about the Chargers? Coaching staff? Lack of support by the fans because they don't have any? Doesn't want to be in LA? Doesn't like the team the way it's going? Wants to be on a Sean Payton team, perhaps? Who knows? Maybe he wants to be on Kansas City. Oh, God, I wouldn't like that either. In any case, it's just interesting to me that Austin Eckler, who's been so productive as a running back, wants to be granted permission to explore a possible trade. Wow. Hey, just go right across the Rockies, man, and fall right into Denver. How about you do that, Austin? Hey, man, I'll tell you what, if I was George Payton, I'd be going, hello? Yeah, can I speak to the agent for Austin Eckler? Yeah, that's what I'd be doing. I mean, what's the harm? Why not explore it? Why not find out what they want? Wouldn't hurt. Maybe they would want a wide receiver. Maybe they would. Maybe they're going after Latavius Murray. Maybe they're going after somebody else. Maybe they want a wide receiver. Oh, there may be a couple of wide receivers that the Broncos could negotiate with. And here it is. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Kamani says, is Murray coming back? No. You missed that earlier. The Broncos did not re-sign because Murray was only signed for 1 year. And that was my whole point. Come on, if you want to know what all my thoughts and takes on that, go back and watch the show from the beginning once it's over, and you'll understand why I was so upset and why I still am upset that they didn't bring back Murray or even offer him a contract. And yes, maybe he wants more. I think it was Avatar. So Avatar. Somebody said that maybe he wanted more money than the Broncos were willing. Oh yeah, Avatar. Here it is. Kamani. Avatar says maybe he wants more than what the Broncos are asking. That could be a possibility. Absolutely, could be a possibility. But here's the thing. My thing is, okay, well, if you know Murray is a workhorse and you brought in Perrine and you got Austin Eckler out there wanting a trade, what the heck? Why not bring him back? I mean, again, Chase Edmonds is not on the Broncos. They let him walk. So to me, you're basically cutting your own throat. Why are you doing this? In hopes. I hate that. In hopes. Well, we hope it works out. Well, no, you don't want to hope nothing. You want to create. That's the issue. So yeah, come on, go back and watch. I just kind of touched on it a little bit, but feel free to go back and watch that. Absolutely. D-Generation X, hey, thanks so much for being in the house. Always appreciate it. Thanks so much for your comment. You say they can get married in the second and third wave. A free agent said you got to remember he came off a practice squad last year. That's true. I don't know, man. I just like the way he played. I really, really did like the way he played. And I don't know. I just hate to see him go. I just don't like it. That's a good comment. I didn't bring Elliott into the topics today. I'm kind of saving some of it for next week or whatever. But Ezekiel Elliott, I don't know, man. He had a down year last year. He had a really, really down year. Wasn't that productive. Wasn't used all that much. So maybe that had a lot to do with it. I don't know. Maybe a change of scenery, a change of teams, a change of coach, perhaps. Maybe he just was, I don't know what I was going to say. Like some players go to big city teams like Dallas, Green Bay, New York, those kind of teams. And you just, if you're not at this level, you hear it all the time. Maybe he just needs to change the scenery. I don't know. But that's a good one. I don't know. I just like Latavius Murray. I really did. I thought the kid just played his heart out. Absolutely. Speaking of trade talks, if Austin Eckler is wanting and requesting a trade from the Chargers, and the Broncos want to get his type of caliber play at running back, just saying just throwing this out there, Broncos have trade talks. And here it is. This one really gets under my skin. So here we go, guys. Strap on your seatbelts because I'm going to bring it on this one. According to The Athletics, Jeff Howell, the Denver Broncos wide receiver Jerry Jeudy has been a hot name this week on the trade market. And the Broncos are asking for at least a first-round pick in return for him. KOA's Benjamin Albright also chimed in and said that teams have been calling the Broncos, and there's a chance that the trade could be both for Jeudy and Courtland Sutton. That ticks me off big time. Again, it goes back to what I said earlier. If the Broncos are one-dimensional in running the ball and they're only going to pass a little bit, who the heck are they going to pass it to? If they trade Jeudy and they trade Courtland Sutton, who are they going to pass it to? Tim Patrick, he's coming off an ACL tear, guys. We don't know how he's going to perform. We don't know how he's going to play. KJ Hamler, okay, that's all well and good. Who else? Who else do we have? Okawebanam, tight end. If you're going to run the freaking ball, you're not going to put Okawebanam in there. You're just not. Who are they going to throw it to? Why in heaven's name? Jerry Jeudy had an absolute breakout year last year. Courtland Sutton could easily be much better with Sean Payton as head coach. Why would they even entertain? I know they don't have a first-round draft pick. I don't give a frosty you-know-what at this point in time. Why would you trade a Jerry Jeudy and a Courtland Sutton? Unless you're going to run the ball 90% of the time and just throw it to your running backs or your tight end. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's what frustrates me. That's what frustrates me. I don't like this direction at all. None whatsoever. You can't run the ball 90% of the time and be productive in the NFL. Not in today's game. You can't. Absolutely impossible. And I reiterated this many, many times. The main reason why is defenses will gear up to stop the run. And if you don't have receivers like Jerry Jeudy or Courtland Sutton, who in heaven's name are you going to throw it to? Maybe a Tim Patrick who's now only 80% with the ACL? Maybe. KJ Hamler? Okay. What if they double team the guys because they know you're freaking running the ball? They'll double team those receivers all day long. Then what? 3 and out? 3 and out, and 3 and out. Didn't we see that last year, guys? Because we couldn't pass the ball and we couldn't run the ball because our offensive line stunk up the joint? I'm just saying. Think about it. Think about it. And I know these guys are a lot smarter than I am. I'm not saying that they're not. I just don't like the writing on the wall in the direction that it looks like they're going. I just don't like it. I want a 50-50 offense. I want 150 yards rushing or 125 yards rushing and 275, 300 yards passing. And I know that's not balanced, guys. I'm not talking about yardage. I'm talking about production. You know, that's what I'm talking about, production. If you're throwing for 250 yards and running for 150 yards, that's 400 yards right there. You're probably going to win the freaking game. Most likely, unless your defense sucks, which ours doesn't. That's what I want. I don't want 30 yards rushing and 40 yards, and I'm sorry, 40 times passing. That's stupid too, and that's what we had last year. I don't want that because defenses are smarter these days. They're not like yesteryears, guys. They're not. They are tremendously smarter. Coaches are smarter. Athletes are smarter. You cannot be one-dimensional and win games. That was proven the last 6 years with this Denver Bronco team. All right. Whoa. Okay, let's see. Who's saying this? D-Generation X says, Jerry Jeudy does not fit what Sean Payton wants to do. That's what I just been saying. Sean Payton wants to run the ball. Jerry Jeudy does not block well. He doesn't even finish his route. True, but Jeudy did have a good season last year. He made some great strides in being much better. He ran routes. I know you say he doesn't run routes all that well. He does have a tendency to break off a route and not finish them. Yes, that's true. Absolutely. I just think with the Sean Payton coach team, Jeudy would be much better. The thing I don't like about that is exactly what you said. And that's what Sean Payton wants to do what Sean Payton wants to do, and that's run the ball. I don't want that. Name me a team that ran the ball with a running back, not a running quarterback, because that's different. I know it's running, but he's looking to pass first. So name me a team that's won a Super Bowl recently, in the last 5 years or so, that ran the ball, I would say 60, 65, 70% of the time that won a Super Bowl. Even the Chiefs last year that won the Super Bowl against the Eagles, they passed the ball. Sure. Patrick Mahomes ran the ball, but he had to run the ball because, he was trying to pass it. Nobody was open. So he had to run it. Yes, that does happen with running quarterbacks. And that's all well and good because you're looking to pass. I just don't like the emphasis placed on running the ball more than passing. This is a pass-happy league. You got to be able to pass the ball. Sure, you got to run it. The old saying is you run the ball to set the pass. But how many times you got to run it? 8 times in a row before you throw it once? I don't think that works. Sometimes it does. Yes. I don't think it works on a consistent basis. All right. Kamani, I totally agree with this. Absolutely, totally agree. If they trade Sutton and Jeudy, we should boycott every Broncos game. Being on the network, I really quite can't do that. So I don't think I can boycott every Broncos game because I'm on the Broncos neighborhood. And I also do this show about the Broncos. So I don't think that's possible, but I totally agree with what you're saying. To me, that would be a stupid move. Absolutely stupid move. Give these guys a year with Sean Payton. See what happens. If they still stink up the joint after the year, fine. Then trade them next year. I know their trade commodity may be less, but who cares? So what? You'll have draft picks by that time, possibly. Who knows? But I just say give Sean Payton a chance. Now, if he's running the ball 90% of the time, they might as well trade him because they ain't going to throw the ball anyways. So it's a catch-22, I suppose. Man, I could keep going on. I'm just so frustrated at this point with getting rid of Latavius Murray, getting rid of Chase Edmonds, and then just signing all these, and then signing Perrine, which is a running back, but you don't keep Murray. I'm not the GM. I'm not the head coach. I'm not the ownership. I'm just a frustrated Broncos fan. And I hope you guys can hear it out there because I am deeply frustrated. I hope I'm proven wrong. I absolutely hope I'm proven wrong. But the writing on the wall says run, 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 run. Pass once. Run, run, run. No. All right. Deep breath, Bill. Deep breath. Okay. Okay. D-Generation says the Rams. Rams ran the ball. You're right. They did run the ball. Okay, I'll give you that. But they also threw the ball quite a bit in the season. They did. They threw the ball quite a bit. You're right. They did run the ball. And I guess if it's one game for the championship, the Broncos ran the ball in Super Bowl 32 with Terrell Davis. They also passed it. But yeah, if it comes down to one game and you have to have that one game and your running game is solid, okay. I just don't think it lasts very long over a 17-game season because teams figure it out. Look what happened in Super Bowl 33. Like I mentioned earlier, the Atlanta Falcons said, we dare you to death to run Terrell Davis because we are going to stop him hook, line, and sinker. And they did. So what did Elway do? Bomb right to Rod Smith at 80-yard or 75-yard, 80-yard touchdown pass. That broke the back of the Falcons because they had no answer for the passing game. And that's why John Elway was named MVP because they passed in that game. So, yeah, if it's one game, yes, possibly. But because the Broncos ran the heck out of the ball in Super Bowl 32 against the Green Bay Packers and wear that defense down, the Falcons thought for sure the Broncos were going to run Terrell Davis in Super Bowl 33. Nope. They passed it. That's what I'm hoping happens with this team. But if they continue to run the ball because that's what Sean Payton wants to do for 17 straight stupid games, we're not going to have a winning record. We're just not. We're just not going to. And I know I've beaten this drum till I'm blue and Bronco blue in the face today. But now you know the frustration that I'm seeing and feeling. I'm just hoping I'm wrong. I just don't see it with the signings and the cuts that the Broncos have made. That's what bothers this guy. All right. Let's see. Kamani says, I wish we could have gotten a different coach. Woo. Who are you talking about? I know you're talking about not having Sean Payton, but I want to know who you would rather have had. I mean, Sean Payton's an offensive-minded coach, but he's offensive-minded in the run game. So I'm just kind of curious who you would like to have had. You know who I would have liked to have had? Never would have happened. I would have loved to have Gary Kubiak come back or Mike Shanahan. Those were balanced, offensive-minded head coaches. Balanced. That's what you need. You need a balanced head coach. And I'm not trying to get down on Sean Payton. Not at all, because I haven't seen him as a Broncos head coach yet. But what I've seen is the writing on the wall. That's what I'm looking at. Hey, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and looks like a duck, probably a duck. Well, that's the same thing with Sean Payton. All the stars are lining up that this guy's going to run the ball majority of the time. I just don't see it working. I really, really don't see it working. I like you, Bill. They can't get away, run all the time. 17. That's what I'm saying. You cannot run, just like you can't pass the ball in 17 straight games. You cannot go in a game saying we're going to throw the ball 40 times. It doesn't work because the defense recognizes what you're doing. You have to mix it up. That's why I like 50-50. Let's say the Broncos have a 10 play drive from their own 20 and they go and score a touchdown. Does anybody out there, hey, comment in the chat line. Anybody out there say, oh yeah, I would love to run it out of 10 plays. I like to run it 9 times and throw once. Or would you rather want to say, I'd rather pass the ball 5 times, run it 5 times, or 6 times and 4 times. That's all well and good too. Not 8 times or 9 times. No, not at all. Because it's not going to work. And I know I said you end up with a touchdown, but that's only because, in my opinion, if you balance it out. You're not going to score a touchdown running the ball 8 times out of 10. You're just not going to. Not going to happen. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I just don't see it. Just don't see it. Hey, Bubba, what's happening, Bubba? Bubba says Brown signed tight end Jordan Akins. Ooh, that's a good signing. That's a good signing, dude. Yeah, he's going to be solid. Let's see. D-Generation X says the Rams, Eagles, Broncos, Eagles ran the ball because they were on their second string quarterback. Broncos ran the ball in Super Bowl 50 because Peyton Manning was not Peyton Manning. Okay. You're right. They did run the ball. But you're right. But they had to. And like I said, it goes back to that one game. What is your main strength for one very important game? What's your main strength? Running the ball. I agree. In Super Bowl 50, the Broncos did enough on offense to not screw it up. It was the defense that won that game. It was Von Miller's 2 strips of the quarterback. It was absolutely 2 strips, and they both resulted in touchdowns. Right there. Von Miller and the defense won that Super Bowl. No doubt about it. Peyton Manning and the running game did everything in their power not to screw it up, and they didn't. And that's why the Broncos won that game. Yes, they did run the ball. But like I said, one extremely important game in the Super Bowl. Yes, you do what you have to do to win that game. If your strength is running the ball, by all means, run it 90% of the time. I don't care. You're not going to be able to do it over 17 games. And that's the point I'm trying to make. All right. Let's see. Come on, he asked me this question. What do you think about Baker Mayfield going to Tampa Bay? Well, I mean, good for him. Good for him. I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan. I'm really not. I don't like his antics. I don't like his demeanor. I just don't. The guy comes across me rough. I don't know why. I just don't have a liking to Baker Mayfield. Like I said, I don't know if it's because he was on Cleveland. I can't stand the Browns. I just don't know. He just rubs me the wrong way, put it that way. I don't know what it is about him. I just don't know. Could he be good in Tampa Bay? Well, we'll find out. I don't know. I'll tell you what, he's got some big shoes to fill. I know Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady in last season. But Tom Brady did bring Tampa Bay a Super Bowl championship. So he's got some big shoes to fill. I'm just not sold that Baker Mayfield is all that. A lot of people like him. Okay, that's your prerogative. You can like him all you want. I'm just not a Baker Mayfield guy. I'm really not. And like I mean, I wish him all the best. He's in Tampa Bay. I hope he does well for them, but I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see. Do you think we'll sign a wide receiver? I'm talking about my Browns. I know. And who's available in trades or free agent? Well, I just rattled off trade possibilities with Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton. So, Bubba, hey, you know, if Cleveland comes calling and says, hey, we like to offer a trade for Jerry Jeudy or Courtland Sutton, who knows? If the deal is right, I mean, as far as a first round pick, I mean, I'm pretty sure Cleveland would love to give up a first round pick to get somebody like, you know, Jerry Jeudy or Courtland Sutton. Why not? So yeah, I mean, possibilities are out there. Just don't know. I mean, free agency is still going strong. We still got the draft. So I don't know. Bubba, that's a good question. That's a really good question. And like I said, I'm not sure, but it would not surprise me. Would not surprise me if Cleveland offered Denver a first round for Jerry Jeudy or Courtland Sutton. I don't think Sutton's gonna grant a first round, maybe a fourth, a third, maybe a third. Jerry Jeudy would definitely, after coming off of last year's performance, yeah, he would definitely garnish a first round. So, anyways, there you go. Okay, this is my last segment for the show. I don't have a feel good. Couldn't find one that was fitting that I wanted to bring in. So this one's going to be the last segment for this show. Here it is. New York Jets. That's right. And this one I'll get into a little bit too. Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers says his intention is to play for the New York Jets this coming season, 2023. Per Pat McAfee, Rodgers has made it clear last Friday that he wants to play for the Jets and offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. Really? So now he wants to play for Nathaniel Hackett. But he had no intention of playing for Nathaniel Hackett last year when Nathaniel Hackett was the Broncos head coach. Oh, but he's willing to go to New York in that hostile environment with those fans, with Nathaniel Hackett as offensive coordinator. Is that because maybe he didn't think Hackett was going to be the play caller for the Broncos last year? Who knows? He was. Obviously, he was. It screwed that all up. Why would Rodgers be willing to go to New York with Hackett as offensive coordinator, but not to the Broncos last year when Hackett was the head coach and had more control of the team and more control of who calls plays, this, that, and the other thing? Was it because Rodgers doesn't like Denver? Didn't want it? His girlfriend at the time lived in Denver. What the heck? Why wouldn't he want to go? But he's willing to go to New York and play for a Jets team. Oh, maybe he was afraid of the AFC West with the Chiefs as being dominant in the AFC West as winning the division. What's that got to do with anything? You can win the wild card. Maybe he wants to go to the Jets. Why? Oh, don't the Jets have the Buffalo Bills in their division? A stronghold on that division? Huh? Yeah, they do. And the Bills are a solid team. Why would he want to go to the Jets with Nathaniel Hackett, offensive coordinator, but not to the Broncos when Hackett was the head coach? That's my question. Surprising. That surprises me big time. And it kind of ticks me off too a little bit because he kind of snubbed Denver. Well, I ain't going there. Kind of played games with them. I'm not going to go there. You know, oh, no, I haven't made up my mind. Oh, I think I'll stay in Green Bay, whatever. Oh, but now you want to go to the Jets. Well, good. If you do go to the Jets, I hope you stink it up. I hope you have a horrible season. Not that I'm a Aaron Rodgers fan. Again, I don't like the knife of backstabbing that these players do to the Denver Broncos when they snub them. I don't like it. That's a team that offered you this, that, or the other, or signed you or did whatever. But no. And sure, maybe it was a money thing. I don't know what the deal was. I have no clue. Maybe it's because Denver didn't want to give up this, that, and the other thing for Rodgers. I don't know. I'm just talking about the person that was involved in all this. And it was Rodgers. Now he wants to go, like I said, now he wants to go to the Jets with Nathaniel Hackett, but didn't want to be with the Broncos with Nathaniel Hackett. Yeah. I hope you stink. Not because I wanted you on the Broncos, because I don't really like your attitude. I just don't like your attitude in this regard either. Backstabbing. It's kind of like, hey, take that, man. I'll go over here because Hackett's over here now. He ain't on your team. Yeah, well, you know what I say to that? Hope you suck. Okay, I continue. Tom Pelissero reports that the Packers and Jets continue to negotiate on a trade for the 4-time MVP, but have not yet agreed to the trade terms as of me getting the last update on that. So, does Rodgers go to the Jets? All indication points that that's where he wants to be. And it looks like it's just a matter of figuring out the trade value that the Jets want to give up. Are they going to give up trade value and things that like the Broncos did to get Wilson? Don't know. Not sure. I'll tell you what, man. When you got a 4-time MVP and Aaron Rodgers, looks like the Jets will probably mortgage the farm or mortgage the house to get him. That would not surprise me one bit. Thing that does surprise me is, like I said, why Nathaniel Hackett now instead of last year? I don't know. It's just interesting. Just very interesting. And like I said, it's not because I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan or that I wanted Rodgers on the team, because I don't like his attitude. I don't like his personality. What I am saying, it's a stab in the back. That's, again, what I don't like. Absolutely what I don't like. Let's see. Okay. Kamani says he gave them a wish list of the players he wants in New York. Oh, well, there you go. And I don't know. Maybe he gave a wish list to Denver and the Broncos didn't bite on it. Said no way. I don't know. Got this nosebleed again. Okay, it looks like it's good. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe Denver said, no, we're not gonna go after that. We're not gonna do that. We don't have the resources or the cap, and we don't want to give these guys up or whatever. I'm not sure. Yeah, and I also agree, Kamani. I'm grateful he didn't come to Denver as well. He is a headache. He's a cancer. He's a headache. That wasn't the point. The point I was trying to make is, why would he want Hackett now, but didn't want Hackett last year? That was the question. And like I said, I am glad he didn't come to Denver, because I don't like his personality. I don't like his antics. I don't like his demeanor. I don't like his attitude. I don't like anything about Rodgers. I can't stand him in Green Bay. Being a Vikings fan in the NFC, that's my NFC team, I don't like him. Can't stand him one bit. And if you're going to backstab the Broncos and just like basically just go, yeah, kind of blow up. Oh, man, it's bleeding again, man. I'm sorry, guys. I got to figure out what's going on. Anyways, bear with me. Like I said, this is the last segment, so then I got to find out why it's bleeding. Anyways, so yeah, I totally agree. I didn't want him in dinner. I'm so glad. Kamani also says Rodgers is 39 and you never know about him either. That's true. You don't know about him. And being 39, well, he's getting up there with Tom Brady, that's for sure. So there's a whole lot of doggone it. There's a whole lot of age going on with these quarterbacks lately, man. They just don't want to give it up, and I don't blame them. I mean, yeah, I'm fine. Come on, I don't know where that came from. I did have, I don't know. I don't know what the issue is, but I'm fine. I'll be fine. It's just once I get off the show and everything, I'll take care of it one way or another. All right. Yeah, that's it. I'm good, dude. So I'm gonna get out of here so I can figure out what's going on with this. Sorry, guys, for the interruption. Didn't mean to bring all that on to you. You know what? I did. You know what? That's probably it, buddy. Now, come on. That's probably it. I used a nasal spray because right before coming on, my nose was plugged up because I was sneezing, and that's usually what happened. So then I I use a nasal spray. That's probably what happened. So I just got to figure it out and get it to stop, and then we'll be fine. All right. That's it, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for putting up with me with my little issue and everything. I'm well and good. I'm fine. And you're not going to let me close this out. Come on. You're not going to let me close out the show, man. You're too good, man. You're too funny. Good. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that ding dong comment. Really appreciate it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, please do so. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, tell your friends. If you like what you see, please tell your friends. And I just appreciate every single one of you that are in the chat each and every week. I really mean that a lot. Avatar, Madungus, Pablo, Kamani, and D Generation X. Really appreciate you guys always for being in the chat. You make this show better than what it could be, obviously, with your interaction, your comments, and just really appreciate you guys each and every week. Thanks so much again for being here. Before I get out of here, just an update on some of the shows that are there that were coming out on Monday. This is Friday, right? Nothing Saturday, Sunday. Okay, on Monday, it's going to be the Avalanche neighborhood. Madungus Creevy and myself will be bringing that. So definitely tune into that. I believe the game starts at 6 my time, Pacific time. So please tune in for that. It's hilarious. In the comments, we always bring up your comments. All right. And then on that's Monday. Then also on Monday is the Cluster Puck podcast. That's with Brett and Nick. They go live every Monday, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then on Tuesday, you have the 5280. That's live also at 5, 6, 7, 8. Following that show, right after that, is the No Nonsense and Whiskey. That goes live right after the 5280. And then on Wednesday, we have the Wild Wild West. That features a fan from every AFC West team: Broncos, Raiders, Chargers, and Chiefs. They'll be talking about the upcoming draft and other AFC West topics. And then on Friday, this show, once again, Broncos Breakdown, brought to you by me, the host, Bronco Bill, goes live every Friday, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Until then, until Monday, guys, take care. Have a wonderful, and safe St. Patrick's Day and evening. Until Monday, until all these other shows at my show again next Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself. Avalanche play tomorrow at home against Detroit. Go Avalanche. And until Monday and next Friday, have a wonderful weekend. We will talk to you then. Take care. Bye-bye.